this time I'm in my living room and we're gonna talk about, I'm the only one here. I am gonna talk about the proposal and of course our wedding plans. So as many of you know, Alex and I have been together for quite a long time now, 7 years. And we've been talking about taking the next step and, you know, get married and all that. We've been talking about it for a while now, but it was last year, maybe like December, that we talked and decided that, okay, we're ready now. But then there was like the most busy spring ever. We did a relaunch of our brand Ivy Revel. We did a relaunch together with the H&M group, which is fantastic. But it was such a busy spring, so I didn't like think of it at all. But then on my 25th birthday party in April, he proposed. So I had this party with 70s theme with all my friends and family there, and it was such a fun party. People were dancing and having a really good time. And when Miriam Bryant, a super talented artist, had performed, I go up on stage, I grab the microphone to, you know, say thank you to everyone for coming. And then Aleks comes up on stage and he grabs the microphone and he says like, oh, I guess I'm gonna say something as well. And I'm like, okay, maybe he's gonna, you know, say some cute happy birthday speech or something. But then he says, I have something I want to ask you, Kenza. And everybody starts screaming, like it was crazy. And I'm starting to realize what is happening, but it still felt so like unreal. And he goes down on his knee, he pulls out this cute little box and he says, do you want to marry me? And people are still like, ah, screaming, and I'm like, yes, yes. And he gets up, we kiss and we hug, and then something happened. Well, if you read my blog, you already knew what happened, but let me tell you again. When he puts on the ring on my finger, he put it on the wrong finger. So I like pull back my hand and he let go of the ring. So we dropped it on the floor with all the silver and gold confetti. It was like impossible to even see it. And if we would have just like calmed the fuck down, we probably would have found it right away. But you know, people were so happy for us and so excited and they wanted to help us. So everybody like gets on the floor and start looking for the ring, like, oh. So it disappeared. And it wasn't until like 20 minutes later that we found it. And it was 20 tough minutes. You know, Aleks was sweating and he thought somebody stole it. You know, my mom and my friends, they want to come up to me and say congratulations. And I'm like, no, not yet, not yet. But we found it and it was like a little proposal all over again, and people got even more happy this time. And even though it was crazy, like chaotic, typical Kenza and Aleks moment actually, it was the most beautiful and perfect moment in my life. I wouldn't have wanted it in any other way. I always dreamed of like a proposal with all my friends and family around me. So yeah, it was perfect. Anyway, so now it's wedding time and we are getting married next summer. It feels so weird. I feel like so grown up, but I am very excited. It's gonna be so much fun. Anyway, I asked you on my blog to give me all your like wedding related questions. So I'm gonna read them and then I am going to answer them. Okay, first up, will the wedding take place in Sweden? Yes, it will be in Sweden because we have, oh, I'm getting so sweaty here. We have all our friends and family here and it's the easiest to have it here. Where in Sweden? Well, I don't want to tell you what place it is, but it is maybe like 1 hour drive outside Stockholm, and it is in a castle. It's beautiful there. What kind of style will you go for the wedding setup? Well, it's gonna be a summer wedding, like outdoor summer wedding. So it will be like maybe a little bit bohemian, but with a classy royal touch. We'll see. Is your wedding going to be religious in any way? No, neither Alex or I are religious, so it would be just wrong to have a priest or something. It's not for us. Will you share photos from the wedding on your blog? Of course I will. Maybe not everything. We will probably keep a lot of it private, but I will show you something. Do you have a wedding planner? Yes, we have a wedding planner. Her name is Johanna Kajson, and I am so glad that we decided to go for a wedding planner because it's crazy how much work it is. I could never imagine. And since we are already so busy with work, it feels so good to have her helping us. And I'm sure that she's gonna give us like the perfect dream wedding. Will you design your own dress? If yes, who will be the designer? I am going to design my own dress together with Ida Sjöstedt. She's a Swedish designer and she's absolutely amazing, and I have always admired her work, so I am very happy that she's gonna make my wedding dress. I'm sure it will be perfect. What type of dress do you see yourself in on this special day? Well, I haven't decided yet. I'm actually gonna try out a lot of different models first before we start designing my dress, because one part of me wants to go for that little bit bohemian style with long sleeved lace, low back, you know, a simple skirt, and the other part of me wants to have something a bit more princess style. So I'm gonna try a lot of different models and shapes and everything, and then I'm gonna decide. What is the plan for the whole weekend? Like I've said, we're having a Friday to Sunday wedding, and the plan is, we haven't decided yet if we're gonna have all of our guests coming on Friday or if we're just having our family and like our closest friends on Friday. We'll see, but on Friday it will be like a relaxed barbecue party, and then on Saturday it's the wedding and dinner and party and all that, of course. And on Sunday we will finish it all with brunch and games and maybe go for a swim and all that, and then it's over. Will you have a bachelorette party before the wedding? If yes, what would be your dream bachelorette party? Yes, of course I will have a bachelorette party, and I am gonna party so hard, I promise you. No, but I'm not sure I want to tell you about my dream bachelorette party, because we'll see if my bridesmaid will give it to me. You understand what I mean? I can sit here and like, oh, I want to have this, this and this, and then they will see it and get like so much like pressure. But they know what kind of bachelorette party I want, so I'm sure they will come up with something really fun and special. So either way, either what they decide to do, I'm sure it's gonna be a perfect day. What will your and Alex's wedding ring look like? Do you have any idea yet? Alex will go for like a plain gold ring, and I'm gonna find something that matches with my engagement ring. I think like a gold ring with small diamonds will look good next to this diamond. How many people are you inviting? Was it hard to decide who to invite? That has been the most hard part so far, because it's so hard to know where to draw the line. You have to draw the line somewhere, or else you will end up inviting like everyone, and unless you are super rich, it's not realistic. You have to draw the line somewhere. So we ended up on like 115, 120 people, if everyone says yes, and yeah, it feels good, you know. It's hard to think about like, oh, am I gonna hurt anyone by not inviting them, but you know, you have to draw the line somewhere. So, are you going to change your last name to his or maybe keep both? Well, Alex and I actually decided to put our last names together. Since my last name is Zwitan, and his name is, well, in Swedish, Subosic, in Serbian it's Subosic, something. We decided to put them together, so our last name would be Subotan. What is the no, I'm kidding. We're gonna keep our own names, and I will also add his name. Subotan. What is the most important thing for you when you were looking for the perfect venue? We wanted it to be big enough to host all of our guests, and for all of our guests to be able to spend the night as well, because we're gonna have the wedding from Friday to Sunday, so it has to be enough beds for everyone. And then of course a beautiful surrounding environment outside the castle or the manor. We were looking at different places since we want it to be outdoor. And then also in case of rain, because it's Sweden, it always rains here in the summer, the venue had to have like a plan B for an indoor setup, but hopefully it will be sunshine, only sunshine. Have you decided who will be your maid of honor and your bridesmaid? I have not decided maid of honor. I'm not sure if I'm gonna have one, but I have 6 bridesmaids. Well, it was a very tough decision because they are all very close to me. It will be Nadia, Mika, Delay. They are my childhood friends. We've been friends for a very long time. Shiva and Alexandra, they are also very, very close to me. And of course my sister. So 6 bridesmaids. Okay, the last one. What do you look forward to the most when it comes to the wedding? Well, of course, becoming Alex's wife, and it feels so weird to say that. And like just having a huge party and celebrate, and yeah, just a big party, and to wear a beautiful dress as well. Well, I'm very excited, and I want to thank you for all the questions. I hope you enjoyed this video. And next time, maybe I can like tell you more about how Alex and I met, or if you want that, just comment if you want that kind of video. So, okay, see you. Bye. Going to talk about... Det där var så jävla dåligt. Alltså jag förtjänar för fan en smäll alltså. Oh.